Okay. Apparently the recording stopped and started again on me. She's currently running. She's running on all 8. She's nice and smooth when I put my hand on the valve cover. I feel an occasional little stumble, which is pretty normal. She's running pretty good. I just started it. Right when you start it, if you let it run, exhaust sounds like it should. If you start it right up and let it run, it seems to run good. The moment you drive it or do anything with it, excuse that whine again, that's the power steering pump. Back to running. She's still running good. I don't get it. Just a minute ago it was giving me cylinder 3 misfire codes. It was running like total crap, and all I did was turn it off, start it back up, and it runs, and it's running on all 8, and it's not giving me any kind of an indication that it's going to misfire. But if I leave this thing running and I go drive it, it's going to drop cylinder 3. Every time it drops cylinder 3. Last time, in the last video, I unplugged cylinder 3 to verify that cylinder 3 had dropped. And I had a cylinder 3 misfire code, but I unplugged it. So I started it back up to see if I could replicate the problem without replicate the code without unplugging the coil, to see if she would go back to misfiring and replicate the issue. But she's not going back to misfiring. She's running great. I don't understand this at all. I don't get why this thing's doing this. But I mean, shit, I don't know. This is very frustrating, to be honest with you. And we still have no engine light, which is weird, because this thing normally throws an engine light for the purge valve circuit almost immediately after you start it when you clear the codes, but it's not doing that right now. I got no engine light, everything's good, the car's happy. The only thing I did was play with the wiring harness a little bit. So I don't understand what's going on here. It's got to be a fault in the wiring harness, but I can't replicate the problem. Still running good. Close this back down. Now she just stumbled for a minute and then cleared up. I'm going to see if I can tripod you for a second. See if I can tripod you guys for just a minute here. Okay. You can adjust your angle a little bit. Tilt you down. Alright, there we go. Alright. Got you guys on a tripod here, so you should be good to go. And you fell over. Great. Freaking tripods, man. Alright. See if that'll work. Okay. So I was playing with this harness right here. So these are power lines right here. These just go right here over to the battery. So this is the ground and positive. This is the main engine harness here. like whenever I play with any of this shit, she starts running bad. Man, I don't know. I can't get it to do it now. Nothing seems to be having any kind of a problem wiring wise. And she's still running great. I don't get it. I'm happy. Still no engine light either. No engine light, she's running good. But just a minute ago, right before I started this video, I had it running and it was running like crap. And it was missing hard, and it was cylinder 3. And she's stumbling every so often. I hope you can hear it in the exhaust. So often she gets a little random stumble. It's not bad though, but this thing's just frustrating the crap out of me. Whew, hang on a minute, it's starting to get a little fumey in here. Let me crack my garage door a little bit here, open up my side door here so I don't asphyxiate myself. Man, she's getting warm now, but she's still running really good. I mean, she's nice and smooth. I don't know. It's got a very, very slight stumble at idle. You can see the brand new purge valve I just put in here. That guy's brand new. I just installed it because it was giving me purge valve. It wasn't giving me circuit, it was giving me the actual purge valve failure code. So I put a new purge valve in it, and then I tried to do a purge valve test with my little scan tool there, and it wouldn't do it. The purge valve would not do anything. Then it started throwing the purge valve failure code, and it's been throwing AC circuit failure codes for, I don't know, a little while now. Ever since October 14th when it first started screwing up. It hasn't really been driven since then because it's unreliable. You can't drive it for very long before it would cut out on you and start giving you problems. But I don't know, maybe that spark plug was, that cylinder that spark plug was a little fouled out from running it with that cylinder misfiring, and now it's cleared its throat. But why would that plug being, I don't understand why that plug over there, this plug right here was loose and I fixed it. This plug right here was not plugged in all the way. It was, but it wasn't. If you moved it around, it would cause the relay in this box to cut in on and off, and it wasn't clipped in all the way. In fact, I accidentally pulled on it a little bit and it came apart. I clipped it all the way in, locked it. Got this little lock tab in place now. I just did that, but I got it, it wouldn't lock before. I've got it actually in place and locked now. I don't know how it got unplugged, but it was unplugged. But I can't see how that would only cause cylinder 3 to misfire. And I was getting some weird body codes that had no designation to them. This might have been causing that too. I have no idea how long that's been loose. Man, I kind of want to go drive it now. And I kind of want to go take it for a ride and see if the problem replicates driving it. But it's like after midnight, and if I go drive this stupid ass thing and it cuts off and leaves me stranded, I'm gonna have to get a tow truck to tow me home. I don't want to deal with that tonight, so I don't think I'm gonna do that tonight. But I don't know. That'd be sketch, but maybe we could do it. I got the intake all off of it just because I had to get to the coils and stuff, and it runs right there. But I mean, she's running good. She's not throwing any engine warning lights. Let's turn her. She's up to temperature. She's holding good temp. She's holding good voltage. She's got good oil pressure. Yeah, for giggles, let's read the codes again. No codes. Yep. Alright, so let's back out. Now I was getting a whole bunch of codes. I wasn't getting any trans codes, but I was getting ABS codes, I was getting transfer case codes, I was getting a bunch of codes for the body control module and stuff. So I guess I'm going to shut her off. I'm going to turn the ignition back on. And we're just going to let it scan everything and see if it finds anything in any of the modules. It's going to go through, it's going to scan every single module, see if there's anything weird that it's going to come up with. No codes in that one. Let's see. It's reading the trans right now. This thing is a good scanner, but it's not the fastest. That's normal when it's reading the ABS codes and stuff and the airbag codes and stuff like that. The lights for those go on and off and it dings. A lot of these modules this car does not have because this is a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with the 4.7 liter HO. And it's got the, what is it, Select Track transfer case, I believe. There you go. It's got the one where you actually have two-wheel drive. And once it's done scanning all these, it's found 4 so far, it says. If you look right here, DTCs, it's found 4 things it doesn't like. It'll show us what all it's found once it's done. I was basically just scanning the engine because I've been having problems with it running, but let's see what it found in the other modules. I do think it has a bad ABS sensor, potentially, because I keep getting a code for one of the, I think it's the right front wheel or the left front wheel. I keep getting a code. Yeah, we don't need to do that because this car doesn't have a CAN bus system. So the radio does not talk to the rest of the car. Newer models do have that, but this thing's 23 years old. Okay, so now it's found a fault in the powertrain. What did it find? Of course, we turn it off and it finds a fault. What did we find? What did we find? Purge solenoid circuit. Okay, yeah, I've been fighting that one for 4 years. I kind of give up on that, but that's the only code it found, so we're golden there. And it found 3 other codes. Instrument cluster code, that's normal. It always throws the code for the skim module because it's not present. ATC temp control 2 faults. Let's see what we got here. Pressure response failure. Vehicle VIN failure. That's weird and new. Okay. Well, sorry about my camera work. I'm trying to hold a camera and hold a scan tool at the same time. Overhead console, 1 fault. What is this? No bus message received from PCM. I don't know. It has the overhead console, which you can see is working. Everything on it works. So I don't understand why it's throwing that. So we've got nothing major here. Let's start it back up. Reach over here, dude. Okay, now we have an engine light on because now it's thrown the evap code that it always throws. It always throws that evap code. But man, she's running so smooth again. I don't know. Alright, well, you guys have listened to me ramble on for about 15 minutes over this stupid thing that has me all confused. So I guess I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go post the videos that I made up to YouTube, this one included, and post some links on some of my forums where I've asked for help for this thing, and we'll see what we find. That's about all I can really do. So, alright, have a good one.